either 87 or 88. I have a picture of me being with the Guild in 88. Anyway, we had done this raffle quilt called Kansas Dugout. And everybody had to make a block. And then this block was going to go to a lady named Agnes Vecchio. And everybody called her Aggie. But Aggie wasn't there at the time. I think she was off on one of her 1 million cruises. And so we got the blocks all together, put it together, and then Aggie was going to quilt it while she's on this cruise. And all I heard at every meeting, Aggie this, Aggie that, Aggie this, Aggie's doing this. Anyway, I wondered who on earth is Aggie? That's all I've heard about is Aggie. And she finally comes to a meeting, and I meet Aggie. And I was so impressed because you were like the star of the quilt guild.
Well, could I interrupt something here?
You can start now.
Today I was at a little group of quilters, and that was at a church, and a young woman came up to me, and she said, "I'm new here, and my name is Erin." And I said, I'm Aggie. "Oh," she said, "you're not a myth." I said, "No." She says, "You're a legend." I said, "I guess so." So here I am. But that's how long Regis and I have been friends.
Yes, but yes. And she's in a lot of the pictures that I'm going to give you to take with you. And yeah.
And that's when you joined the guild, right?
Well, the picture at Holiday Park was, there's a date on the back of it.
Good,
it was
good.
April 24th, 1988.
Okay.
When they gave us space over there for at the Holiday Park.
At the art show or something.
Yes. And so I either joined it in either 87 or early 88. I'm not sure which, but that was when I started going to the quilt
But the
guild.
Quilt Guild actually started because I was in a sewing class with Dorothy Lachey, and she said to me that they were going to start a quilt guild at the library. And that was, I assumed it was 1980 or 81, because my son was getting married in 80, and I was at the sewing class making a skirt to go to the wedding in California. And so then we went over to the library at the time, and that's how the Quilt Guild started, with Connie Kerr as the first president. And that's where our name came from, because of the library, East Sunrise Quilters Guild. And there were just a handful of people at the time. I don't believe there was, more than 10 or 12. And as far as I know, Dorothy and I are the only surviving ones. I know Joe Wetherington was a member, Rose Clem was a past president, and Maureen does have a record of, Maureen Drudy has a record at a anniversary party we had one year. So and she maybe knows all the names, but what else can I say except we started there and met there for many, many years, and there's a picture of Regis and I with that Kansas dugout quilt that was taken.
Yeah, and now it's not in that group of pictures, but I've given some stuff already.
Okay, good. And I'm sure it's there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and we met there for many years, and then when the library remodeled, we couldn't meet there anymore, so that's when we went to different venues.
Aggie Vecchio was making a suit. We were going to a sewing class together, and she would bring some of those things she was making. I said, I would love to learn how to do that. She said, "Come on to the guild." And so I came to the guild. It's Fort Lauderdale High School. Bleno Irvin was the teacher, and so we were making garments and some, and I've been there ever since. I forget the year, but I got hooked, and I have 8 grands, 9 great grands, and 4 kids, and every one of those kids has a quilt. And I am so proud of the East Sunrise Quilting Guild. The ladies there are so nice, and I have learned so much. You know, I watch different things, different ones make different projects, and so I just copy off of it, give me the pattern, and I go and I make it. That's all. So I'm hooked.
Hi, I'm Glenda Irvin. I was president, no idea, 95, 96, 96, and loved the guild. I really needed girlfriends, and I made lots of girlfriends and found all these ladies who shared my passion. When I joined, Judy Gutowski was the president, and she gave out these little hearts, and she said, okay, now all you have to do is applicate these onto this background. And everybody took one, so I took one too. And then I worked out I didn't know what to do with it. So when the meeting was over, I went to her and I asked her what she wanted me to do with it. And she said, oh, just applicate it. And I said, well, actually, I don't know what that is. So she sat down and taught me how to applicate. And thereafter, I was hooked. I prefer piecing to applicate, but I like applicate a little more now. Aggie was president immediately before, and I had no idea what that was. And she had been treasurer. She was all. If you're doing this video, you will know Aggie because she's got to be on it. And she was a bundle of energy. And I was straight after her. And my idea of holding meetings was very sparse. So Carol Walker would sit next to me and make sure that I got votes when they were needed and kept everybody in order. And she kept me in order, and so it worked that way.
My name is Maureen Drudy, and I joined East Sunrise Quilting Guild in November of 1994, and I remember that because I still have the newsletter from November of 1994, welcoming new members, Maureen Drudy and Betty Morrison, my partner in crime. My best memory is the same day. When I walked into that first meeting, Judy Gutowski was the president, and she couldn't have been warmer and more gracious and welcoming and really made everyone feel very comfortable. I remember Aggie Vecchio as well, and she was back then our Energizer Bunny, and she kept everybody going and handled everything through the meeting. So I'm Jan McLean as well. I went home and said to my husband, she was just so funny. It was just a great day, and I couldn't wait to go back.
I can remember one party that we had, and I don't remember what it was for, but everybody, all the ex-presidents came to the party, and we were given hats, and we had a walk around in these great big hats all day. It was very strange. But I think it was supposed to be like a Mad Hatter's tea party for the president, ex-presidents, and everybody took photos and laughed at us.
Oh my gosh, we have a lot of them.
We have a lot of them.
Oh yes, we went to St. Augustine one on a bus
Oh, wait a
trip.
minute, was that when I did the bus trips?
Yeah, oh yes.
Oh yeah, I started to do bus trips in 90 or 91 or 89, somewhere around that time. And yes, we went to the quilt show in Jacksonville, but we went to the quilt show. We got there right around noon, and we spent the whole afternoon there, and then we would head back at 5 o'clock to go to St. Augustine, where we had dinner and stayed overnight so people could see the St. Augustine area. And there were a lot of people. I drew from the 4 quilt guilds in the area at the time, and I sponsored those bus trips for many, many years. Many years, right?
Right, right. And one of our members got real upset and wanted her room changed, and I asked her, why do you want your room changed? And you remember what? She said she walked past the room. I guess it must have been the room next to her, and saw a naked man laying on a bed. She
So
was so upset.
So needless to say, we changed her room.
Right.
I know what I did. When I was president, I got to choose where we had the luncheon. And I chose an Indian restaurant. Oh, I was as popular as mud. Oh my goodness, they did not like the Indian food, and they didn't like my choice at all, and they complained bitterly. But hey, I was president. I got to choose.
The other one was where the bus broke down or had a flat tire on Alligator Alley.
Right.
But we did make the quilt show in Fort Myers, and everybody was happy, and that's all that mattered to me, you know.
Right.
Of course, I had a whistle to blow every time to get their attention.
Right.
Right.
She'd stand in the front of the bus and she'd that way. So we'd all pay attention because Aggie was in charge. Aggie had she had everything down pat, so we had to listen for her whistle and what she had to say. We have in some of those pictures, one day a lot of the Quilt Guild members took quilts down there to the Children's Diagnostic Center.
Yeah.
And we're lined up on the steps, and we have our quilts hanging over the banister, showing them our quilt. I think that's a big thing for the Quilt Guild, is making these quilts and donating them, because they really, I know I delivered them down to Broward Hospital to the neonatal unit, and those nurses just love you when they see you coming with a big bag of quilts. They are so appreciative of them, and it's just amazing.
Well, one time when I brought quilts down, I saw a little tag on one of the incubators of a little baby girl who was just getting to be 5 pounds, and her birthday was December 24th. And I remembered that there was a quilted bag with Christmas fabric, and I asked the nurse to especially pick that quilt and give it to that child. And hopefully they'll remember where they got it from, our quilt guild from East Sunrise. Because East Sunrise over the years made a lot of kids' quilts. A lot of kids' quilts. And that's what it's all about.
Right.
Comfort.
Comfort. Comfort, but I think when I make one, I feel like I'm making one right now, a baby quilt for one of our tenants who had this baby premature. The baby's premature and is still in the neonatal unit, and I felt like because it was so challenging. They didn't know he was very premature, only weighed 3 pounds, and he's been in the neonatal unit for it's been some time. And I decided to make a baby quilt for him because I felt like that was my way of showing that I cared about him. And the tenants, they're very nice people. The mom works for the fire department at the Broward Sheriff's Office. She's like an arson investigator, and it's their only child, their first child. And when I make something and give it to someone, I feel like I'm giving some part of myself, and that way, they know that you care. And as a matter of fact, I'm making the yellow brick road.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So how about you?
Well, in many cases, since I don't make big quilts anymore, I've always been a part of the Creative Chair program, and I'm still doing a kids quilt in California. And I also make a little pillow, which we call Pillow Pals, that young children really like to see and have, and that's my thing now. And when I hear comments from the people that give these quilts, that how much they mean to the kids, and it's always part of their lives, and I enjoy doing it very, very much.
Love. I think that's how I show my love. I used to show my love with food, but nobody wants to eat because we all get fat. So now I show my love with the quilts, and my children all have them, and my friends all have them, and I can share them.
When I think of quilts, the word that comes to mind is love. I put love into them. I give them to people I love.
Being an old lady, 85 years old, it means a lot to me. Otherwise, it looked like it helped punish my brains or something. It does something for me. I can't explain it, but it really does something for me. That's my life. That's my therapy.
Well, it's nice meeting a lot of new members, but in my case, especially since I don't live here anymore, I will never, never forget the members that were with me when I was there, because they have been my lifelong friends. We've gone through a lot together, and both Regis and I losing our husbands, and that means a lot. But we've had a wonderful friendship, and I bless these people because they've been so wonderful to me while I'm on vacation, and I have a lot of cherished memories.
That's true. I feel like that the friends that I've made in the Quilt Guild are true friends. They would give you the shirt off their back, and that's what is so nice about it. I know there's a lot of new members that I don't know as well as the older members that have been there. But I find all of those ladies are they're friendly, they're helpful, and like I said, they give you the shirt off their back if you asked. Right, and I want to give a special appreciation to Holly for doing for everything she's done. She's been, I call her the jump start of the guild, because she's been so on board and has worked so hard, and she's really been a great member. She's done workshops, and I just want to say thank you, Holly, for all you've done, because you've gone beyond what most people would do.
Like that.
Right.
If I had to say anything to all the other ladies in the guild, it would be to keep bringing those quilts in and showing everyone, because every quilt that you bring in and show, someone else goes home and makes another quilt because they saw that quilt. And just keep quilting.
Bye. Have a good time. Think of us.